As for the National District Energy Association, it's grown to an international group whose 1,200 members provide reliable and efficient energy to cities, schools, airports, hospitals, military bases in 26 countries around the world. Over the years, IDEA has also become a leading advocate for environmental quality and energy efficiency. It's a commitment and a priority that President Obama and his administration share. President Obama has made energy reform a centerpiece of his domestic agenda. The stimulus package he signed earlier this year includes some $60 billion in clean energy investments, including $11 billion for the development of a national smart grid and billions more for the development of carbon capture and storage, next-generation batteries, and advanced biofuels. That was just the first step. The President aims to transition America to cleaner burning fuels and more efficient technologies that will create thousands of new clean energy jobs and reduce the carbon emissions responsible for accelerating climate change. Last week, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the most ambitious energy reform legislation this nation has ever seen. And I know the President is eagerly awaiting the opportunity to sign legislation once it works its way through the U.S. Senate and eventually the conference committees. Central to that legislation is a cap-and-trade system, which would create a strong market signal to spur the development and commercialization of cleaner burning fuels. Stan was telling me that at Seattle Steam, they're going to be moving over to producing energy that supplies downtown Seattle heat by burning biomass, especially wood chips and other products. It's all part of the initiative that the City of Seattle and many governments have for a more cleaner burning and producing fuels and heat. Cap and trade would also significantly tilt the economic incentives in favor of more energy-efficient power generation of all energy, which will undoubtedly benefit this country's district heating providers. Unfortunately, as the President said last week, there is a lot of, quote, misinformation that there's somehow a contradiction between clean energy and economic growth. That's a false choice. With the right incentives to unleash private innovation, clean energy and efficiency can be one of America's great growth industries in the early 21st century. And I think IDEA can be a galvanizing force. At Commerce, we're proud to be partners with IDEA through our International Trade Administration's Market Development Cooperator Program, which has helped the district energy industry enhance its global competitiveness and enter key new markets like the Middle East, China, and India. In the Middle East, our Commerce Department International Trade Administration supported IDEA's efforts to establish a Middle East chapter and issue a best practices guide on district cooling. The real test of our relationship, however, is sales. And U.S. companies have demonstrated that our technology is world-class, with over $263 million in U.S. exports receiving some support under the Market Development Cooperator Program. The cooperation between Commerce and IDEA has been real, and it has been fruitful. But I think we're just getting started, because district energy companies have something that the world wants and needs. And Commerce has the tools to bring U.S. district energy companies and world markets together. That something that I'm referring to is energy efficiency technology. Efficiency is the low-hanging fruit of the world's energy challenge. The United Nations Foundation recently said, quote, governments should exploit energy efficiency as their energy resource of first choice because it is the least expensive and the most readily scalable energy option, unquote. with efficiency. We don't have to depend on scientific breakthroughs or engineering miracles. We're not waiting for economies of scale to get large enough so efficiency can compete with other energy alternatives. It's merely a way of maximizing the amount of energy you get from existing sources.